Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to explore two treasure museums. The first museum I'm going to visit is the McLarty Museum on Sebastian Inlet State Park. And the second museum is the Mel Fisher Museum, which houses many treasures. And this museum is in Sebastian. So, dive into history, explore treasures with me. Let's go. This historical marker designates the site of the survivors and the salvagers' camp of the 1715 fleet, and it's located at Sebastian Inlet State Park. So here is evidence of this well, so we know that about 1,500 people survived. Now we are entering the McLarty Treasure Museum. It's a great little museum. It's situated at the Sebastian Inlet State Park, and it tells the story of the ill-fated 1715 fleet of 11 Spanish galleon ships that were laden with gold, silver, copper, and riches. They were heading back to Spain, and they were caught in a hurricane and sank off this coast of Florida. So that's why this is called the Treasure Coast. What I love about this museum is that it houses many of the treasures that were found from this shipwreck or these shipwrecks. And it just brings to life what happened in history over 300 years ago.
So they find it. We've even had people come in with $80,000 emeralds they thought were sea glass.
No.
Actually,
Wait a minute.
Really?
I need to do it.
Really?
Okay, let's check all the sea glass.
What have I got here?
And
These are real coins.
yeah,
Oh my
those
God.
are pieces of 8, so that they should have an ounce of silver. And
They're all different like shapes.
yeah, and so by the 1750s, 15, or when you know, in this era, they didn't care what the coins looked like. All they cared about was the weight. So they would pour the silver into bars and stamp them and then chop them off and then carve them down to the weight that they were. So if you were to clean those up, you'd probably find pieces of
So we're
silver.
thinking if we're out there looking at stuff, it's going to look.
It's going to look like that.
Yeah.
And I think Corey showed you that piece of. Finding stuff is. Yeah, you look right down there. You see the, as opposed to this piece over here, which looks the same.
Okay, help
but-
me out.
Oh, there's the gold right there.
Oh, where that,
Yeah.
okay, there's a piece of gold encrusted in coral. That's the gold there, right?
Yeah, yeah,
By the shell.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So Mother Nature's just kind of encapsulated it. These three are these are also silver ingots.
These three are
Yeah.
silver ingots.
Yeah, and so you can see they've been cleaned up.
Looks like
This
a
one's been
big
cleaned
piece
up
of
nicely.
concrete, like.
Yeah, or a big piece of cheesecake, I like to think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll look better. Okay, and then this thing right here, what is this?
That's just a glop. I mean, that probably was a piece of ballast.
Okay.
And not all of the coins were silver or gold. They
No,
got
these are copper.
brass,
Yeah.
copper.
Yeah. Now the originally the Spanish thought that they were going to use copper coins for people in their Western world. Never caught on.
Never caught on, did it? No.
They wanted the real deal too. So,
Yep.
but the copper was denominated the same way as the silver.
So he says this is a 12-pound, 12-pounder cannon.
Okay.
As you exit the rear of the museum, there's a walkway that takes you out to an overlook looking over the Atlantic Ocean.
Well, yes and no.
We'll have to go look at what's coming up in
What's
the surf.
coming in? What's getting washed up? Yeah.
I am now headed over to Sebastian to visit the Mel Fisher's Treasure Museum.
Here is an anchor from the Etosha.
This is the anchor
Which
from the
was,
Etosha,
I
which
think,
was part of a
1622.
1622 treasure
ship.
fleet, which left
Spanish
Havana several weeks late, causing them to run into a hurricane on September 6, 1622.
And here is a
The Etosha sank
that was a
between
copper
present-day
cooking pot discovered
Key
from
West
the
and the
wreck
dried
of the
Tortugas.
Santa Margarita, sister ship of the Etosha, which sank in. And the divers salvaging the wreck. Once you've seen the ocean bottom paved with gold, you'll never forget it. He successfully salvaged these wrecks for many years later in the Florida Keys. His prize, the Etosha, with more than 40 tons of treasure on board, was one of the wealthiest Spanish ships to sail the oceans. Here. That's where we were at Sebastian Inlet. And this is Mel, right?
There's Mel. Yeah.
This 9-foot long, 3,000-pound cannon is one of the 10 recovered from the Etosha. In 4 years, a sizable portion of the treasure was recovered. 65,000 silver coins, 354 silver bars, 100 slabs of copper, 12 bronze cannons, swords, and muskets. The galleon looks like inside. Mast. It's pretty amazing. The elaborate gold spoon with Indian face was recovered from the Etosha in 1986. It's believed the Spaniards may have used the spoon to convince the Indians to take communion and convert them to Christianity. They would see their God on the handle and take communion. Exquisite emerald cross was salvaged from the Etosha in 1982 by diver Frederick Rico Ingerson. It was in an encrusted silver box. So the markings on the silver bars have a date stamp, a serial number, tax stamp, shipper's marks, a sayer's bite.
Why is that, I wonder?
Okay, that's who tested for the purity of the bar, purity number, and owner's marks. And here is the silver bar. Only 993 recovered from the Etosha, almost 1,000. These are fossilized horse or camel teeth. Now, Lenny and I have found some of these on the Gulf Coast, and they're not quite that big, but we have found some. Some more fossils. These are recovered from the 1608 shipwreck site of the San Martin by Captain Jeff Melney and his crew in 2006. So the Etosha did not have any emeralds listed on the manifest. However, testimony and hearing, one of the survivors related the fact that there were 70 pounds of emeralds on the ship. 3 pounds have been recovered. So if only 3 pounds of 70 pounds of emeralds have been recovered, that's what we've been looking for. We've also been looking for silver and gold, but there have got to be some emeralds washing up on these beaches. And here's some more beautiful gold.
Now we're entering Mel Fisher's Nautical Gift Shop. It is really a cool gift shop. They have authentic shipwreck treasures, one of a kind. This is the end of this video. Hopefully your imagination has been sparked and you're ready to go do some treasure hunting. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and post a comment. Thank you.